Hi guys. A lot of you will know that I keep collecting discarded vapes when I'm out and about because I take the batteries out of them, and people keep saying, what do you do with the batteries? Well, I can use them for my radio controlled cars and boats and planes, that sort of thing. That's fairly easy for me. The battery inside is a LiPo battery, nominally 3.7 volts, freshly charged about 4.2, and discharged down to about 3.3. Standard thing for using on radio control gear. They all use LiPo batteries. They just happen to be bigger normally. So I don't have a problem using them. But other than that, if you want to make use of them, you may be struggling to think of something useful. BigClive.com uses them for lighting LED light strings, that sort of thing. I think he even uses them on his solar-powered things, recharging them using a solar panel. Anyway, I've been thinking, what can I do with them? Somebody's suggested making a power bank with them. So I could string together a few of these and run a power bank with them. Next question is, if you're going to run a power bank, how are you going to control it? Well, a few years back, and it was a few years back now, Poundland were selling these disposable chargers for £1. They were actually labelled at £2, but they were always £1 when I bought them. So yeah. They actually have a lithium-ion battery inside and no charge facilities, just discharge. Although BigClive.com did show that the circuit board in there potentially could be modified. That's the circuit board. And if you know your electronics, apparently you could modify it and you could actually charge the same way. As you can see, I have used quite a few of them over the years, and this is just a small amount of the ones that I've collected. At the same time, Poundland were selling these power banks, and I bought lots of these because it was a cheap way of getting hold of a 18650 lithium-ion battery. And these ones, you've got a little circuit board in there. You charge it via the small one and discharge it via the big one. That actually says 5 volts in on it and out 5 volts. So I got quite a few of them as well. That I've used for various purposes. So what I could do is I could use one of these, connect up maybe 3, just for example, 3 of these in parallel. Three of these in parallel, so positive to positive to positive and negative to negative to negative, and then connect that straight on there, and we should be able to charge them via the small port and have a usable power bank out of the big one. I say 3 together because they're 550 milliamp hours, these particular ones. They vary depending on which vape they come out of. But 3 of those in parallel should give us about 150 milliamp hour. I can't remember what these ones were rated at. I don't think it's written anywhere on there. Oh, yeah, 1200 milliamp hour. So allowing for the fact they never actually are what they say they are, I reckon 3 of those in parallel would be roughly equivalent to 1 of them. So that's what I'm thinking. For now, I'll just solder them together, tape them together, and set it up and see if it works. In a perfect world, I would 3D print a little mount for it, so I can make myself a little power bank. Whether it's a fire hazard is something you need to consider. LiPo batteries potentially catch fire, especially if you misuse them. Putting them in a PLA 3D printed thing is not going to be a fire containment option, but then that's plastic as well. So yeah, something you may need to think about if you're going to copy what I'm doing. I'm offering no protection to you. I'm saying if you try it at your own risk. But that's what I'll do. I'll string 3 of these together, take them straight up on there and see if we can use it as a small power bank. Just very quickly, when I say I can make use of them on my radio controlled cars and boats and that, this is a car and this is 3 Vape batteries in series to give me a 3S LiPo battery to go in there and run that car with a proper balance lead on it as well. That's in a separate video. Right, just for simplicity, I've just taped 3 together. Soldering iron's warming up. So we'll just clean the tags off. And to be honest, it'd be a good idea just to test them, see what sort of voltage they are at the moment. As we're putting them in parallel, they're going to try and balance each other. Normally I'd use separate leads to charge each individual battery, or cell to be more exact. So, DC voltage. Nothing on that one. Can't see what I'm doing, can you? Right. 2.8, that's very low. 1.1, that's incredibly low. And even lower. Whoa, they're in pretty poor condition. But I'm still going to go ahead and wire them up and we'll see what happens. We may need a metal containment dish just in case it all goes horribly wrong. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch bigclive.com. He has a metal containment dish to drop stuff in if it all catches fire. Right, we want to connect up one side, up the other side, and then onto one of these. Okay, got negative tag there, positive tag there. We could even mount it on top. Not necessarily a good idea though. So, negative that side, positive that side. I'm just using this as a convenient source of wire. Depending on how much current we're going to draw, this might actually be a bit thin. You might be able to guess where I'm going with this. So I'm just going to run the wires straight along one side. This is what I call a quick and dirty setup, not the proper way to do it. Okay, that's our negative side. Same on the other side. Right, so that's our 3 cells in parallel. Right, so that should be a power bank, although those cells were very low, so it may take a while to charge it up, if they'll take charge. Right, 5-volt supply, stick that in there. flashing red LED indicating it's charging. So we will come back later and see if we've got it charged up. Just a point, I did look on eBay and you can buy these modules if you want to. I just happen to have rather a lot of them already. Well, as you can see, I thought I might just as well 3D print a little case for it. Printing it with clear PLA, simply because that's what was already loaded. But it will have the advantage of us being able to see the red flashing LED when it's being charged through the case without having to have a hole in it. So that's version 1 of my power bank with 3 vape batteries in it in parallel. And that'll fit on top. At the moment I'll just tape it in place. So a bit of tape around it to hold it in place. You can see it's on charge. I have charged it all the way up, so that's starting again even though it's fully charged. Right, first thing that came to mind, my radio control transmitter. So if we unplug that, plug that in there, and we're charging the transmitter. We've got a pretty blue light on to indicate that it's charging. If I unplug that, plug that in, plug that in there. So we're charging at 0.15 amps. .0809 volts. So that's working. It's not putting a lot in there, but it is working. So there we go, a vape battery power bank. Just for comparison, this is my 4000 milliamp hour power bank, which is probably nothing like it, but that's what it says. So if we put that in there, that one's only given us 4.5 volts. And about the same milliamp hour. So that's what the transmitter battery is drawing. And it looks like this charge is probably flat. Power bank, I mean. Although it shouldn't be. It's showing up. Well, it was showing 4 LEDs. It's down to 3. So yeah, this one is getting a bit flat. Needs charging. Still, it looks like that works. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.